Deep breaths. And let us begin. Inhale. And exhale. Let out any sound, any sigh. Shake your body out a little bit. And again, inhale. And exhale. And the final longest breath that you've ever taken. Inhale. And exhale. Now just relax into your normal breathing, your regular, perfect heartbeat. To your rhythm, the rhythm of your soul. The presence that connects us all in divine, unconditional love. Grounding Mother Earth. And connecting with Mother, Father, Spirit, Source, Creator. Imagine that roots are coming out from the bottom of your feet and going into the earth like a tree. Down deeper and deeper into the earth, all the way to the center of the earth. Connecting with Pachamama in gratitude and reverence. Thank you. Returning now to your body and to your breath. Taking one more deep sip of breath. Inhale and exhale. Wiggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes when you feel ready. Now here, grounded and beautifully alive. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Luna.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was going to need that because right when I started this, I was like, my hands were shaking. I was starting to get nervous. And you helped me get back into my heart space. So, okay. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so before we get started, I'm just going to explain a little bit how I work. This is going to go for about an hour and a half. As much as I would love to give everybody here a reading, that's just not going to be possible in an hour and a half. So please forgive me and forgive your loved ones on the other side. It does not mean that they're not here for you. It's just simply, I will feel drained after about an hour and a half. So we'll go about that long. Feel free to, or you know what, let me see, raise of hand. Who has never been to a medium? Good, good. Okay, so, okay, I see a couple hands here. Okay, so feel free to tell me, give me as much information as you want. I would prefer that you hold off for a bit until I get what comes through first, because that is the message that they're giving me. The way that I see messages, a lot of the times I feel them. They'll drop numbers, letters into my head. But a lot of the times it'll feel like I'm telling them to myself. So, forgive me because it's all about interpretation. For example, I could be seeing a picture of a coffee mug, right? And I might interpret that as, oh, did they love coffee? Did you have coffee with them every morning? And you're like, no, not really. But really, their last gift to you was this special coffee mug, right? So see, it's the same image, but two different interpretations. So feel free to tell me, no, I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm only human. So just let me know so that I can continue moving forward and see what other messages they give me to continue with that message. I would prefer if you really don't know if whatever evidence I'm bringing forward is right, say I don't know. Don't tell me no. And the reason for that is because if you truly don't know, like if you don't know if they went for walks in the morning, I can't explore what else they're trying to tell me. And I don't want to spend too long on it if you really just don't know. Make sense? So yeah, so there's a difference between I don't know and no. But please also don't try to make things fit. Okay, so if it makes sense, great. If not, don't try to figure out a way to make it fit, okay? There is such a thing called psychic amnesia. It happens to me all the time, every time I go and get a reading. A message will come through and it won't make any sense at all, but a couple days later, it'll make sense, okay? Or, just remember that I said that, put a pin in it, and it will make sense later down the road, I promise. And then, please tell me to stop if you don't feel comfortable getting like a specific message in front of everyone, okay? Because sometimes I'm just going with the flow and I'm just getting things so quickly that words will just blur out of my mouth. So feel free to just say, stop, hold on. I don't want this being said in front of everybody. As you can see, I am recording. So this may be posted online, but I will definitely be sending it to all of you guys via email in a couple days. If you don't want your face shown, that's fine with me. You can go ahead and turn off your camera. But just know that it is recorded. Aside from that, if I'm bringing through someone and it starts to make sense for you, feel free to you can just holler out, your box will pop up, or you can raise your hand and your box will pop up on my screen also. So before we start, I'll leave question and answer at the end, but does anybody have any questions before we start? No? Okay.
I'm sorry, how did you say that we request like a message or something?
You can just start talking because your box will pop up on my screen. Or you can raise, there's like a little, like I think if you hit reactions, it's like a raise hand button.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. And there is some things called piggybacking. So if, let's say I'm giving somebody else a message, but the same message, it feels like it's for you, please take what resonates with you, because spirit is very, very smart. When they have another spirit near them and some of their storyline matches up, that message could very well be for you also. So continue to listen in, okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna sit for a minute. Don't mind me if you see me scribbling. My left brain needs something to do while I'm getting messages. I'm gonna go quiet for a little bit and just pray to your loved ones and we'll see who comes through, okay?
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so I actually have two people that stepped forward, and I feel like they would have been like a mother. Okay, to the sitter, like I feel like they would have been the mother and a sister combo. Okay, so with one of them, I feel like maybe it's a sister. I feel like would have been more a little shy and timid and a little more introvert. And she's also showing me something in this area. So I don't know if it's something had to do with her breathing, maybe. Is this making any sense to anybody so far?
Yes.
Yes, who is that, Laura?
Yeah, my mom, her anniversary was yesterday, and my baby sister passed, and she had a heart murmur.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because I was
Yeah.
gonna say I felt like too the sister would have gone first,
Yes.
and then mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
she did.
Okay, so she was a baby. So that makes sense why I feel like she would have been a little bit more introvert because she didn't exactly have her voice yet.
Yeah, she was very shy. We were 11 months apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was an adult when she passed.
Oh, when she passed. Okay, but she was shy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, was there a like a celebration or something that just happened? I know you said that yesterday was just her anniversary, but I feel like that there was like a gathering. Did that happen, or is there something being planned in the works?
Well, there was a birthday party Saturday, but it wasn't her immediate family. It was her niece.
Okay.
But other than that, no. Mm-mm.
I feel like no, I don't feel like that was it. Or is because okay, she's showing me balloons, but I feel like it would have been very connected to her. That's why I don't feel like that. If it was a farther connection to her, I don't feel like that was it. But someone's birthday coming up.
Her birthday was July 2nd.
Okay.
She just had a birthday. And my birthday's coming up. We're the same age for 3 weeks. We're called Mexican twins.
How funny.
Yeah, but my birthday's coming, but yeah, we're the same age right now.
Okay, yeah, because she keeps bringing up, it's still July, right? Yeah, it's July.
Mhm.
Bring up July. And there, I know today's the 11th, but is there something significant about 11? Like, do you see 11 a lot?
No.
No?
No.
Okay,
No.
pay attention to that. And nobody's birthday is on the 11th, right?
No.
No, okay.
Uh-uh.
Because there's something significant to that, but maybe pay attention to that. Just that might come later. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, and is there, she keeps having me write things in threes. Is there something significant about the number 3?
Grandchildren, let me see, there's Christina. No, not that I know
That's okay.
of. Okay.
Hmm.
And this 1, 2, 3 is
She liked to cook.
a little bit. My mom more than her.
Sorry, that's what I'm talking. That's who's coming forward now. Your mom.
Okay. Oh yeah,
yeah.
she loves to cook. She cooked till she died. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. As soon as you walked in the door, what do you?
Yeah, because she's
you know?
showing me like she had, like, especially with parties, like she had every like recipe down. Like there will be something sweet, something savory, like a dessert. Like
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
she always made sure there was something for everyone.
Yes. Always. This is true. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She could bake, cook. She could cook anything out of nothing.
Yep. Yep. She's showing me like even if okay, so did you guys I feel like she is okay. Let me feel into this for a bit. So did you guys grow up struggling? Not a lot of money and that kind of thing?
Oh yes.
Okay,
we were very poor. Yes.
Okay, she's bringing that up with the cooking, that she had to get very creative because there were days that she didn't even know how she was going to cook for you guys and what to make. And she says that's what brought out her creativity is the cooking, because she had to get very, very creative to figure out how to feed you guys. Does that make sense?
Yes. There was 10 of us in a 2-bedroom house at one time.
Oh, wow.
8 brothers and sisters, and then my parents.
Wow. Wow. Big family.
Yeah.
She loves that though. Like she
Yes.
I feel like there's been a little bit of a separation as you guys got older.
Yes.
You know, like families move away and but you guys all keep in touch still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So she likes that. She likes that you guys still keep in touch. She does wish that one day there would be. Okay, that's where the celebration comes in. Okay, makes sense. She wants, because I feel like family was such a big thing to her when she was here, but because there's been, you know, everybody kind of moves on with their lives and they have kids and they do things, you know, they take their families elsewhere. She really wants there to be like a celebration in the work. Like she wants
like a big family reunion.
Like a family reunion, exactly.
Okay.
That makes sense. So, you know, I think that's why she keeps bringing up, I don't know, there's something about the 3, because she's having me draw, I drew 3 balloons 3 different times. So,
Okay.
so I think she really wants it to be around. I don't know if there's like a group of you guys that have birthdays around the same time. But she feels like that's kind of needed, you know?
Okay. There's 4 of us. Okay.
Now was there someone in particular, I feel like before her passing, there was somebody that was kind of butting heads with her.
Me?
You? Oh. So she wants to bring that up because I feel like there's still a sense of guilt around that. And I feel like it's been a bit since she's passed, but it still gets brought, you know, like you still think about it every now and then.
Yeah.
She doesn't want you to worry about that. There's okay, so she just told me that you're just like her. So she's just as stubborn as you were at the time. So she doesn't want you to hold on to that guilt. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna leave you with that.
Okay.
And then we'll see who else comes forward, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You're welcome. Okay. Your loved ones are coming in like pairs for some reason. So I feel like what would have been like a brother and a dad here. There would have been a connection to either the military or like police force, so like a police officer, that kind of thing.
Oh my fucking gosh.
And
Shaina.
that, oh, so okay, wait. Is there a connection also to? I wonder if it's June, July, August, because he initially had me write July and August, but then 6, 7, 8. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
Isn't that their Uncle June's birthday?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is there a connection, or is there something going on with like your car, or is there something, I don't know if something's going wrong with it, or if you're thinking about getting a new car? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Because he's bringing up the car. He's like, no good. He wants you to get that taken care of. Have you been trying? I feel like you've been, he says like, it's about time. Like you've been trying to, I feel like you've been thinking about him a lot.
Oh, don't let me cry, Shaina. So your grandpa has been gone for 2 decades now. And I always tell your mom and my sister, you know, when she dreams, I get jealous because I don't dream of grandpa. But I did dream of him when I was trying to reach to you, because it was such, like, it felt so real that I felt like Grandpa Santiago was there. I was getting a hug and he was telling me that everything was okay.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stay still. And I was like, I need a mediumship right now. And I've never thought about it. I didn't believe in it. And I mean, I could just think about that dream that it felt like your grandpa was right here telling me, you know what, so everything is fine. You know, it's time to heal.
Yeah. And you know what? So he's bringing, he's bringing up, okay, so I don't know much about his passing, but did he have problems with his throat? Or
I believe so. I didn't really know much. But just knowing the story, I believe so.
yeah, because or did he smoke too?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is too, because he's making me feel my throat is getting very dry. Okay, so that's just who we're with. So I know you said you never dream of him.
I never did until like two months ago.
But you know, he says he's always around you. So there's something about, he says you don't pay attention. So there's something, okay, specifically about birds. I don't know if you see a lot of birds or if you notice birds.
I do.
Yeah.
So last night, every time I drive alone, because I had a friend who passed away too, but I have been seeing like grayish, bluish bird. And I'm just
I was
like,
gonna
okay,
say
it's not
blue,
the dove.
two birds.
It's not, yeah, I don't know what, I just see it every night that I drive. And then out of nowhere, like My Way will come on. And I was like, okay, Dad. But before I would just ignore it because I get really like emotional and I can't drive. But lately, like last night, and I said, okay, I'm gonna get to see Shaina tomorrow. But I do see a lot of birds, and then his song will pop up out of nowhere.
Yep. See, so he's around in different ways. So just because I know it's hard because when we dream, we see it, you know, vividly, right? We remember the dream. But he's around in different ways. So he doesn't want you to think, you know, he doesn't come around. He just comes around you a little bit differently. And there's, okay, so he's bringing up, is there like a struggle that you're having right now? Like, I feel like there's like, it's starting to feel like one thing after another, you know, like money problems and then car problems. And then, you know, it's like one thing after another. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know where I started having heart problems. I know that my sibling has them, but I started having them. And now I have like, it's not a stent, but I always just talk to him and I pray, like, you know, I want to be healthy for the kids. But I just feel like ever since I'm not fully 100% healthy, I just feel like I'm not able to do what I can. So I have, yes, I have been having like issues one after another.
so I feel like that is contributing to your health, you know, because he wants you to really take care of of yourself. And I think that's why actually in the beginning he brought up that car. Because
Yeah.
like you're taking care of everything else and you're not taking care of yourself. Does that make sense? So you have to, you know, you have to take care of yourself in order to help everyone too. So he really wants you to remember that. Because he does send you signs, and I feel like he sends you signs to try to get your attention to slow you down. Does that
Yes.
make sense? But
Yes.
he keeps telling me you don't listen.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody once told me that I should start listening and seeing the signs
Mhm.
because maybe I have like the capacity of doing mediumship. And I said, no, I don't think so. But I do get signs because even my husband sees, he's like, oh, okay, I feel Papa. And I'm just like, you do?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding? But he does too.
Yeah, you really could.
So,
you know?
but when I do get those signs, I do slow down when I do get the signs.
He did say you're starting to listen more. So I feel like though, it just says you're very stubborn and you have to do things your way. But you know what? He says that you're just like him in that way because he
Yeah.
has to learn on his own too. You can't really learn from other people telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. He has one more message for you. Is did you or is someone starting a new job? Do you know?
Nathaniel, he
Oh.
wants to be a police officer and go in the military like grandpa.
Oh, awesome. So that's
he's
why
really
he brought it up.
trying. He's really trying to get in there. Yeah, he's really trying.
Good. So he loves that for him. And he's like just like his papa. So he loves that for him. He wants you though to really focus on taking care of yourself. Okay, I think that's the biggest message. Because he is starting to show himself around you more and he wants you like just pay attention to the signs, okay? Because he does appear, even though sometimes it feels like he's not there. Once you start paying attention to the signs more, the more you actually start to open up and you start to to recognize when he's there, and
Mhm.
they're always there, spirit, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I'll leave you with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Shaina.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else is here. Okay, so I have a grandmother here who who would have also had breathing issues, had things going on in her chest. But she keeps emphasizing the fact that she loved to dance. So I don't know if she was a dancer, or if it's just she just loved to party. She also okay, I feel like there would have been, I don't know if she would have been like part of like a band or love to perform, but she also would sing. So she's showing me just her love for music and singing and dancing. Gosh, she was just playing everything for me, and feels like she had such a beautiful life. And she was very family oriented. Does this make sense to anybody?
It could be my grandmother, possibly.
Luna.
Possibly. Yeah.
Could be. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, because when she went into the hospital, she had pneumonia.
Okay.
And she loved to dance.
Love to dance. Okay, she's showing me like just dancing and singing, like even if it was just karaoke, you know, like she
Oh my God, karaoke, yeah, all the time, the whole family.
Yeah, she's showing me that she just loved it. She was like a good time, you know. Now when did she work? I feel like she was just at home, like she was just like a housewife, or
she did work when she was younger. Than as when she was older, she wasn't able to work anymore. She was just like in the room.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something significant about the number 5? Like I feel like
that's it's the day my birthday is November 5th.
Okay.
So, and 5 is my favorite number.
Oh, there you go.
And my life is that number.
So I think she's just giving us verification that
yeah, just very, yeah. Okay, I got
it. Okay, so I vaguely remember I've done a reading for you before. But she's bringing up your mom. This is your mom's mom, right?
Yes.
I feel like your mom, is she still like in a place of healing or trying to heal from like traumas and that kind of thing?
Yes, my mom is healing. She's actually healing physically and emotionally. Physically because she just had like a surgery, nothing serious, more cosmetic, and then she was open for me to do Reiki on her. So this has begun some healing for her.
Oh, good. Okay, so she loves that. She feels like you kind of bring this openness to the family, like this joy, you know? And she loves that because Okay, so she's saying that you open, kind of like you open your third eye, you're opening up everyone's eye within your family. Does that make sense? Like there's a quality about you that is breaking a lot of like your cycle in your family. And she loves that for you. She feels like she has this huge gratitude to you. So she just shows me like imagine like your heart and it's just open and you're extending that to everybody and not just within your family but to like everybody you meet. Does that make sense? And I feel like she's like your biggest supporter too. On the other side now, because I don't know if you've been feeling like things are shifting after her passing, but she's like, I did that. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, yes. The energy has shifted a lot of things for everyone in the family.
Good, good.
And that, yeah.
Yeah, she makes me feel that way. She liked to play games, like any card games, or like she's showing me cards. So I don't know if that means like gambling or if she just likes to play games.
Yeah, they used to play cards with my uncle at his house.
Okay, because she's just
Like,
bringing that up.
There was like an every Sunday thing, but I don't know if she did it.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
There's nothing specific to it. She's just bringing me evidence. Do you have a brother or did she have a brother? She's just saying brother, like she wants to acknowledge someone's brother that would still be here in the physical world.
I have a brother, and my mom has a lot of brothers. It was only 3 girls out of 9. So
Is there, okay, but she's making me feel like this is somebody who is like butting heads with someone right now. Like is there or being stubborn or not listening or kind of going against the rules?
her sons, my mom's brothers, they could butt heads. Oh, yeah, one of my uncles, he's already on the other side, but his 2 sons, they're always causing trouble.
Okay, so she wants to acknowledge she wants to acknowledge the brothers that are like causing trouble. Yeah, butting heads. She makes me feel like there is just this sense of like one has to win or one has to always be right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So she just wants to acknowledge that. I guess this is just a message for you to pass on. And for everyone to just have patience with them because they still have a lot of learning to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, a lot of sense.
Yes. Okay, good.
It feels. Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah. But as far as you, she loves what you're doing. She loves the journey that you're on. I feel like she sends healing to your mom also. Like you guys are always like she's always around you guys. And I feel like there's been a sense of like I don't know if you used to go to her for guidance a lot or if it was your mom. But I feel like there's a lot of praying going on to her for guidance. And she just wants you to know that she hears you and she is you know, from the other side, trying to like do what she can and make sure that you guys are on that path. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've been calling out to her just randomly, you know, I'll remember her. And my mom is a praying woman. She prays a lot.
Makes
So
sense.
she sends prayers to my grandma. And she's also doing a lot of healing emotionally with that mother relationship, you know, because it wasn't always easy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I'll leave you with that.
Thank you.
Gosh, she sounds like such a fun person. I'm telling you, the whole time I was talking to you, she keeps showing me like parties, dancing, and singing.
Oh, yeah. She loved to dance and she loved parties. Party.
I can tell. Sounds like a fun person. Okay, I'll leave you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm starting to feel like you guys ever watch the Long Island Medium, Teresa Caputo, and how she's always licking her lips. I'm like, gosh, spirit is here because like the whole time my mouth has been dry and they're all lining up. Okay, so let's see who's here next. Okay, I feel like I have a mom here. And she would have loved gardening. Like she would have had her own garden. That was like her thing to do. She had her own garden in her house. She gardening and then shows me designer bags. So I guess she loved to shop too. I feel like there would have been a connection to an M name. Now this could be her name or someone here in the living. She had a very strong personality. Like I feel like whatever she said goes. And if she couldn't exactly, like if she was struggling and didn't know what to do, like she always figured out a way to do it. There also would have been a connection to April. Makes sense to anybody? If not, I'll keep
Yeah.
going.
Yes, I think
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you take all of it, or what pieces can you take?
most of it, yes. So my mother's middle name is Marie. And the person that I think coming through, my aunt April has the same middle name as her, and I also have the person's same middle name as well.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. Now,
She's very strong-headed,
that's what she's showing me. She's like,
very stubborn.
yeah, like what she says goes.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's allowed to give their opinion. She's already said what's happening. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so. Very strong-willed.
Makes sense. So, okay, so let's see. Now, your mom is still here?
Yes.
Living, okay. Okay, now I feel like the relationship she had with your mom, they were close, but they butt heads a lot. Does that make sense?
Yes, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not, that's okay.
A little
I just feel like there was a lot. Okay, so the way she makes me feel is like a lot of times because she was so strong-willed, your mom would just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Whatever you say.
Yeah, sometimes definitely.
Like it wasn't worth the fight, you know? Is there a connection? I'm getting a lot of threes today. To the number 3? Like it could be the 3rd day or like March.
Yes. Well, there was me, my cousin, and her and my other cousin. There was
Okay,
3
that
of
was close.
yeah. So there was this is my aunt Casey. I think I've been asking her to really come through, and she had two children, and then my mom had me. So there's 3 of us, like close knit.
Close in age. Yeah, close. Okay. I was initially gonna, that makes sense. I was initially gonna say that you have 3 kids, or because I see 3 that were close together.
Yes.
And you guys are still close to this day, right?
No.
No, not anymore. Okay, so then that's where she brings in, she wants you guys to somehow get together. Because I feel like there was this, I feel like there, like when you guys were younger, she like enjoyed watching you guys together. And then, you know, of course you get older and you kind of grow apart. So she brings in like this sense of like, you guys got to get together again. Like, I don't know, do you guys check up on each other? Because I feel like there's one, I don't know if you're not that close with them anymore. I feel like there's one in particular that is kind of struggling. That makes sense. Like she says she could use a friend, if that makes any sense. I don't know if there's a lot of like drinking involved. She's bringing up alcohol. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe. I'm not too sure, but maybe yes.
Okay. So she just brings that up, and just like her concern for her.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, so with her passing, okay, I'm getting a couple of things. Does she have headaches? Do you know?
She shot herself in the head. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I felt just right on the side of my head.
Yeah. Okay, so she's I feel like there are a couple people that were very close to her that have I guess guilt, or have like I feel like they feel like I just spoke with her. Does this make sense? But she says she was just in her head so much. There was nothing that, you know, she goes back to her being so strong-willed, that she was in her head so much that not even she could talk herself out of it. Does that make sense? So she doesn't want anyone to feel that guilt, because I feel like it's still, you know, it's something that lingers. And I feel like there are quite a few people that still pray to her and still talk to her and apologize. And she doesn't want anyone to be sorry, because it was no one's fault. Yeah. Me and my mother were with her the day before. She actually picked me up in school the day right before me and my mom had spent a little bit of time with her, like literally just the day before, and none of us would have.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And that, and you know, and that's what she really wants to bring up, is because I I feel like it's something that she says it's something that she had thought about. It's not, you know, over and over. And it was just something that was just in her head, and she just couldn't, you know, get herself out of it. And she doesn't want anyone to just, you know, to hold on to that guilt.
Mhm.
But she was also very funny. Because she's also like, I'm fine, I'm up here chilling, you know? So she wants to make sure that you know, you hold on to the good times. She doesn't want you to, you know, soak yourself into that, because she did have I feel like she had a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. And she had gone through so much in her life
Yeah.
that she was just kind of tired of it, right? There was nothing that could, you know, that could change her mind. She was just a very
Yeah.
strong person.
A lot on her plate, and me and my mom, like when we talk about her, like we never talk about the bad. We tell her, yeah, you did some stupid stuff, like you shouldn't have done this, like you had help. But every time we talk about her, it's never negative. Like we're always laughing and
Yeah.
sharing funny good times.
And she, you know what, she appreciates that. I'm getting goosebumps now as you're telling me that. She feels like there was a sense of honesty with your mom in particular. You know, like even though she could be stubborn and only want things to go her way, your mom never really gave in. It was just like, this is what it is. Take it or leave it, you know? This is how you're being. And she appreciates that, because I feel like she didn't get a lot of that from other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she was very blunt with other people, but I guess other people may not have been the other opposite.
Yeah. Is there do you have any kids, or is there like a little girl? You know, she's like bringing up a little girl.
So this is insane, and I made this connection. I think I was the first person to make this connection. My cousin Ari, her daughter, the day that my aunt, committed suicide, my cousin, her daughter, gave birth to her child on that.
Wow.
So October 4th, she committed suicide. Her daughter Ariana gave birth to her child October 4th, and her child was early. She was not due for that date. Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting goosebumps as you tell me that. So that just goes to show she's actually saying, like, she kind of like, you know, one door closes, another one opens. Like she met her before she came here. Does that make sense? So she just wants to acknowledge her.
No, don't bite on mommy's computer.
She wants to acknowledge her, and so that would have been her granddaughter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been her granddaughter.
Yeah. Or well, it is her granddaughter. Yeah. Yeah. So she just wants to acknowledge her. And okay, so that's where she's bringing this in of when, you know, there are bad days, there are also good days. And that's what she wants you guys to acknowledge. You know, one door closes, another one opens. And she wants you guys to acknowledge that and enjoy those good times and not dwell on the bad things that happen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave you with that.
Thank you.
You're
That's great.
welcome. Okay. So how are we doing on time? Okay, I feel like I have a male here. He wants to acknowledge, hold on. This one is kind of coming in jumbled. I feel like he would have been all over the place. That's why it's coming in kind of jumbled. But he's bringing up traveling. But I feel like he wasn't exactly the one that traveled. It would be the person, you know, whoever it's meant for here, that he wants to push them to travel. So, okay, let me keep going with this. Okay, and there would have been something with his fingers. Like, I feel like he would have had like rough hands, dirty hands, like he would have worked like on cars or machines, like a mechanic, something like that. Is this making sense to anybody?
I can take all that.
Katie, okay. Good. Okay, so does the travel make sense?
Yeah, he's somewhat traveled, and I've always wanted to travel, but I really haven't been very many
Okay.
states. Just
I think
yeah.
that's what it is, because he doesn't really like bring up the traveling as like that's what he used to do. He makes me feel like you need to just go do it already. Like you have all these plans and you're not going to travel. Does that make sense? But he's like bringing up like big travel. Like he had me write down Rio, you know? So I think he's just encouraging you to do that. And then is there something about sunflowers?
Oh gosh, yeah. He that's my sign for him.
Oh, wow.
He worked for a sunflower company for 30 some years anyways and retired, but that's what he was. Sunflower company. Sunflower seeds.
Oh wow, good.
That's our sign. That's funny.
I wrote down sunflowers and I was like, I don't know why. This is like I'm writing. Was he all over the place? Because I feel like I'm like.
He was. His whole thought process all over the place. So we're pretty sure he had like ADHD or some kind of learning.
I was gonna say.
All over.
But he's funny. He makes me feel like he was a funny guy because yeah, like I told you, he's just making me. I wrote down travel and then fingers and then sunflower and then Rio. You know. Okay, so let's see what he wants to bring forward. Did he own a truck or does somebody own a truck? He's just bringing up.
Both, yeah.
Yeah. So he's just bringing up his truck. Nothing specific, just bringing evidence forward. Did he have any kids?
Yep.
Was this your dad? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. He's like, yeah, she was my kid. But it wasn't just you. Is there more than you?
No.
So
Yeah.
he wants to send his love. He wants to acknowledge everybody. Is there something about May? Like, so did something just happen?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's okay. Was there any issues he had with his legs? Do you know? Or like have trouble walking or just like a little limp or something?
Well, he had swelling to his legs.
Okay. I feel like though he was like the support of the family. Does that make sense? Like anytime someone needed something, like their car fixed, or even if it was just advice, or they would come to him. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does. It's kind of funny because yesterday we were watching the neighbor girl,
Mhm.
and we don't know our neighbors that well, but she had her dad there fixing her car, her tire, and she has her boyfriend that lives with her. And my husband was laughing, and I said, until I met you, that was my dad. He would come over and he'd be fixing my tire too. So we literally talked about that yesterday.
Oh, how funny. So yeah, he's just acknowledging that. But I feel like also, okay, so he makes me feel like, are there a lot of, okay, so I don't know, he's bouncing around again. Are there a lot of like appliances that you have, or that are very old, or that have been breaking down, or something's going wrong with them?
Yeah, so he left us a lot of stuff that I've been trying to get rid of. We just got rid of one of the appliances the other day, where I'm selling constantly the last 2 weeks, appliances and furniture and all the stuff, all the treasures he left us.
Oh, how funny. Yeah, so he's bringing that up. He's like, get rid of them already, like just get new stuff. Yep. Now, was there I feel like he is very like proud of you from the other side. So he's bringing up this sense of like he's happy that you're finally accomplishing something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Is that making sense?
Yep.
Because he shows me like a medal. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm taking it as like he's saying you're doing it. Like, here, you won the medal. Does that make sense? Like you're on the right path. Because I feel like there's sometimes like a little bit of question, not you questioning yourself, but like this worry of other people questioning you. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
he just wants to bring that up, and he's like, who cares, keep doing you. Because I feel like you also, like, you have this personality that, like, what he loves about you is that even if it feels scary, or if you're unsure whether you should do it or not, you just do it anyways. So he wants you to continue doing that. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. Just before this, I was in a dream circle, and we were talking about one of my dreams, and one of it was when we step. And it was just funny because everything you just said is what they just told me, the girls in the group.
Oh,
so,
that's just validation.
I already know. You're not telling me anything I don't know, right? But it's like, how many times do I have to hear it before it sticks? And I'm going to actually do it now.
Exactly. And that's just validation that he was there with you. He knows, what you're going through, and he's supportive of you. Like, he wants you to keep doing what you're doing. There's no, even if it sometimes, like, if there's moments that it doesn't feel right, or if it feels like you're going down the wrong path, he says, take that as a learning experience, right? Why do you feel that way? And pick yourself back up. Because he's right there with you, supporting you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see who else is here. Okay, so I have another male here. He would have been very more on the shy side. Because I feel like he's very shy to come forward. Like he's here, but he's kind of far away. He would have been very religious. And I don't know, he's showing me like concrete. So I don't know if he would have worked with concrete or anything like that. So I feel like he would have been very shy, like to himself, to strangers, to other people. But within the family, he like was very forward with making decisions, taking care of things. So if that makes any sense. And then I feel like this would have had a stroke.
Stroke.
Yeah, did somebody say something? I feel like because he's making me feel like a headache in the back of my head. Does this make sense to anybody?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can you take everything, or what can you take?
I can take the concrete.
Mhm.
And okay, my dad is a mason.
Mhm.
So that mason, their symbol is more of
Mm.
concrete,
Mhm.
G. If
Ah.
you can see the masonry. The masonry is kind of like talking about religions
Mhm.
kind of aspect, but it's a different kind of religion,
Yeah.
kind of like the Vinci Code
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
Because this weekend, I was just watching the Vinci Code, and I know about his beliefs about that because he's one of the highest degree in masonry.
Mhm.
Only those highest Scottish Rite symbol will only know what the real story about the Christ
So that
and
makes
God.
sense about like his shyness, because he makes me feel like there was also like a sense of secrecy.
Yes.
Like he couldn't say everything, but he always was like, it was like in his head all the time. That
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
I was calling him.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay, so let's see what he's got here for you.
Sorry, my dog. I can
Oh, that's okay.
barking.
And does the stroke make sense?
Yeah, he got stroke.
Okay.
Oh my God. He stroke first, and then after he recovered, then after a year, he died.
Mm.
But he's very, very strong, straightforward
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, because that's what I feel like.
It's like,
I feel like he okay, hold on. Like there was a lot. Like I feel like he was a very smart man,
he's a doctor.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I feel like his guidance though to you guys, like is it just you, or do you have siblings?
I have siblings.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like his guidance to you guys was very like strict. Like, no, you can't do that. Do it this way.
Yes.
And I feel like that was because he like already knew in his head like what was supposed to happen and what, like he didn't need to like he wishes he would have explained more to you guys. Because I feel like there wasn't a sense of he would just tell you what to do and not tell you why you should do it that way.
110%.
Yeah. And I feel like that actually caused, he didn't want to butt heads a lot with his kids. Does that make sense? But I
Yes.
feel like because he was raised that way, and he, raised you guys that way, he didn't know any better. Does that make sense? So
Makes sense.
he wants to bring that up, and he just wants you to know, like, it was anytime he butt heads with you guys, with your siblings, it wasn't anything that had to do with you. He just still wanted the best for you. That
That's
makes
correct. He's always saying that to us.
Mhm. So, did he like music though?
Yes.
I feel like he loved music. Did he play any instruments?
No, but he sings a lot.
Things. Okay. Did he have brothers too?
Yes.
And
Died. Everyone died.
oh, okay. But were they like in the masonry with him too, or?
Yes,
Yeah,
all of
okay.
them.
Because I feel like he was very close with his brothers.
No.
No,
not really.
that's okay.
But in the masonry, yes.
Okay. I think that's what he's bringing up. Do you know, I don't know why he's bringing this up, but he's showing me like vines on the house. You know, like the
Oh my
vines
God.
that grow. Does that make sense to you?
Oh my God. I got goosebumps.
By ants? What?
Oh, that's our family problem right now. All the properties that we're about to inherit.
Oh, it's growing
And
vines.
that's,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we have a
showed me
lot of
that.
properties.
Actually,
back
that was the
home.
first thing that I wrote down, and it didn't make any sense. And I was hoping it was gonna pop up, and I just, you
No,
know, what, let me
it
just-
was like, I am not shy to tell everyone, but this is like a normal to all Filipino family. Those who got a lot of inheritance
Mhm.
sometimes is the root cause of all evil. So
Mhm.
that's what exactly is happening with us. We're not talking to each other with my siblings because of this.
Mm.
Like we got a lot of properties back home.
Okay, you know what?
Huge.
So now that makes sense why he's bringing up the vines. So the vines kind of grow like weeds, right? They grow and then they keep growing, and sometimes they look so beautiful, but then sometimes they can get very overgrown, right? And so he's bringing this up because he's like saying cut the vines. That makes sense, like cut the vines.
Yes.
So like but he's bringing this up not because of the properties, but because he doesn't think it's worth it for you and your siblings like to have this disconnect just because of the problems. Does that make sense? He wants
Yes.
you guys to work on that more. He's always believed, like, I don't know if he used to say this when he was still here in the physical world, but he keeps telling me like life is short, right? So don't
Yes.
waste time arguing. Don't waste time like sitting here worrying about the vines. Like cut the vines already and like move forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
But my brother is the one who is doing a lot of forgery on the title, all this kind of things. So I don't know how to do that.
Is he very
I'm praying for a sign. So, but I don't know. I'm too far away. I'm here in Canada.
yeah. But he doesn't want you to okay, so how do I say this? He makes me feel like it becomes very stressful for you when you think about it. Does that make sense?
I am. Yeah,
He
I'm
doesn't
so
want
stressed.
you to he wants you to control what you can control. Try not to stress off of it so much if there's not too much you can do.
Mhm. I let it go actually already, whatever happens. But it's still at my subconscious.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he feels that. Is there something significant about, okay, wait. I'm getting a lot of threes. I feel like everybody I've read so far is 333. So
Yeah.
does that make sense for you? The
Yes,
number
yes.
three? Okay.
We have a 24 hectares trees. Hectares.
Three.
So with the number 3.
Well, they have four brothers.
Mhm.
They are 4.
You have 3 brothers.
But I have 3 brothers.
Oh, you have 3 brothers.
And I am the only girl.
Okay. So I think he just wants to acknowledge. But is it one in particular that is more like hard-headed than the others?
Yes.
Okay. So he's just bringing up patience, to have patience with.
It's so hard for that. That is the middle child, the hard-headed. Oh, the
It's
middle
always the
child.
middle child, huh? Is your mom still here
Yes.
in the physical world?
On Earth, yes.
Yes. Still in the
Yes.
physical world. Okay, so he wants to acknowledge her too. Just send his love.
Okay, I will tell her. Thank you.
And then I know I saw you had a dog there.
Yes.
I don't know if he just wants to acknowledge the dog or just, did he used to like dogs or no?
Okay. When I was young,
Mhm.
I was beaten by a dog, and he told me that you can never have a dog.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, no, you have a dog, but I feel like he didn't really like dogs, or he was like, no.
He doesn't like dog, yeah. And we never had a chance to get a dog, but my partner really wants to have a dog.
He says it's okay. It's a small one.
It's a very small one, like
Yeah.
Yorkie. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with that. I think the biggest thing with him is that he just wants you.
But he's acknowledging the dog now, is it?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that was one of one of the first things I wrote. I wrote vines and then the dogs. So
Okay.
yeah, so he just wants to acknowledge that, and just acknowledge, like, just continue to have patience with what you're going through. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, 8:30. I think we're gonna try to get for one more, you guys. Let's see. Let's see who comes through. Okay, I feel like I have a female here. She might have been a sister. And then she's saying something about twins, but I don't know if she was a twin or if she had twins. I feel like there would have been a connection to cancer. Like I feel like by the time she found out about it and she started treatment immediately, but it spread very fast. Does this make sense to anyone?
My sister Martha, this is Laura again.
Okay. Is there a connection to like twins at all?
Well, like I said, we're the same age right now for 3 weeks.
Oh, this is the one you were talking about.
Yeah, they call us Mexican twins when that happens.
That's right. Oh, so this is the one that was here earlier.
Yes.
Yes. She wasn't done.
No.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my goodness. But yes. I miss her dearly.
So okay, wait. Was this the one that had the trouble with the heart?
Yes, she was born with a heart murmur, but that's not what she died of.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So she did have cancer.
Yes, a tumor in the brain.
Okay,
Cancer.
brain. Okay, and
Yeah.
did it spread?
Yeah, they treated her right away, but it grew it just kept growing.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried, didn't work.
Did she smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. She's a smoker.
Like her guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
She's just showing me flowers. Did she love to buy flowers, or did she have a garden, or?
She didn't have a garden. I know she liked flowers, me too.
Yeah. But I feel like she's acknowledging, is there somebody here that gardens?
Yeah, my sister Renee.
Oh, okay. So, and that would have been her sister too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think she just wants to acknowledge her as well.
She has a beautiful garden.
And I feel like, because she's showing me this huge garden, I don't know if you know, or maybe you might have to ask your sister, is there like a specific flower or plant that she planted for your sister that's passed?
She might have, because every time, she grabs we get a plant and she plants it.
So she just wants to acknowledge that.
Okay.
Was she in the hospital a lot?
Well, when she got sick, yeah, when they discovered it.
But I feel like she was the type of person, like if you were to ask her, are you okay? How are you doing? Is there something you need me to do for you? She would always still kind of do things by herself. She'd always say, no, I'm okay. I'm fine. I've got it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
She didn't want anyone to worry.
Yes. That was her.
And
wow.
Did she have kids?
Yes, she had 2 children.
She wants to acknowledge them.
Okay.
Would she have had grandbabies, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She's got grandbabies.
Yeah. So she's bringing them up too. That she's always watching over them.
Okay.
I don't know if there's one in particular she makes me feel like that. Are they little?
Yeah, not that little no more, but her great grandbaby is little. She has a great grandbaby now that she's never met.
Oh, okay. So I think that's who she's talking about, because you say she's never met. She said, I met her before you.
Oh,
but
okay.
that she plays with, like, or I don't know if you guys noticed the grandbaby, because she's like showing me like the grandbaby laughing, and she's playing with them. So she just wants to acknowledge that.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I feel like were you guys, I know you said you guys were very close in age and you're same age for 3 weeks a year. But would you guys like growing up, did you guys steal a lot of clothes from each other or share things with each other? And she just
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were real close. We did share things. We had to. No, we
Yeah.
was poor.
She's just bringing that up because she says like that. She was the older one.
No, I
So you
mean,
were the
she's
older
the
one.
baby. Yeah,
Okay,
she's
but
the baby of all of us.
she makes me feel um like she was also very strong-willed, like kind of like she acted like the older one. Does that make sense? Or like she looked
Yeah.
up to you
Like,
and wanted
oh
to be
no.
like,
Well, yeah, like, no, we're not gonna do that. I try to talk her into stuff.
yeah.
And there was times I did, and then halfway through, we're like, she's going, no, I don't think so. So yeah, that kind of happened.
She's just acknowledging that because she loved the relationship you guys had. And I feel like when she passed, there's like a part of you because you guys were so close in age that feels like something is missing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But she's also acknowledging, okay, that's why she's bringing in her kids and grandkids. Do you see them often or do you check in on them a lot?
Yes, I do through Facebook and stuff, but in person it's hard because I'm not close nearby.
Mhm. So she just wants to acknowledge that. She likes that you keep that relationship open.
Okay, yeah.
Like almost like you're another mom to them.
Yeah, always. And grandma, yeah, I do my best.
Yeah, she appreciates that. She loves that.
All of us kind of do that, our sisters. Well, actually, me and the other sister, and I take that back because the other one is far away too.
Yeah.
But I do. I keep on Facebook and I'll call and stuff like that. Good.
And then her kids, her 2 kids, are they close to each other?
Yes.
Yes.
They're
Okay.
close.
And they're doing okay, right?
Yeah, they're doing okay. They are right now. They're doing good. Mia's doing good too. And Gregorio, I believe he's doing good. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Because she doesn't make me feel like there's anything she worries about in particular. She just, I guess, wants to send her love. And then she also, did somebody get a new job? Do you know?
Yeah, her daughter, Mia.
Oh, okay. So she wants to congratulate them.
Okay.
Or congratulate her. So big congratulations to her. She says she played a part in her getting the job.
Okay, cool. Right on.
Yeah, let's see if we can get one more message. You specifically, are you thinking about going somewhere? Because she says like safe travels. I don't know if you're thinking about going on vacation or if you're thinking about going somewhere.
Yeah, next month I'm going to Palm Springs. Then from there I'm going to Sedona, and then I'm going back to Palm Springs.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me you're going to Sedona.
Yeah. So that one, I'm going to do that. Yes.
Yep. So she says safe travels for that again. And then I think I'm going to leave you with that.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't know 2 people were going to come through twice.
That's okay. It happens, you know, and I just pay attention to whoever comes through because that's the message that's supposed to come forward, you know. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you to everybody that came through, that came today to the Zoom, and to your loved ones. I told you guys, spirit never fails. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them here. Just raise your hand. Otherwise, yeah, thank you guys so much. Watch out for an email. I will send an email later tonight if anybody didn't get a reading or would love to have a private reading. I am going to offer 15% off for that. But otherwise, I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of the day. I know it's late. I don't know where everybody is, but I know some people are on Eastern Standard Time, so it's getting late. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Shaina.
you, Shaina.
Thank you so much.
I know.
Thank
I love
you,
watching
Shaina.
so
You
much.
did
coming.
amazing.
Oh, and then
That
I
was
will try to
awesome.
do
Thank you.
a couple more of these. So just keep an eye if you're not already following me on Instagram. It's Sage and Lotus _. It'll be in my email too. So, just keep an eye out. I'll probably do a couple more of these free readings. So you guys are more than welcome to continue joining them or share it with others. So
Thank you, Shaina.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Thank you,
Laura.
Shaina.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.